Support for Living Culture is provided in part by Easy Orchards Farm Market and LifeSource Natural Foods. In the Willamette Valley, autumn is a time to celebrate the harvest and enjoy some of the finest foodstuffs of the year. From root vegetables to a wide variety of wild mushrooms, from dairy products to regional seafood. At the Silver Grille in Silverton, executive chef and owner Jeff Nizlek works closely with local producers. His style of cooking is guided by the seasons of the Northwest, but heavily influenced by the cuisines of the Mediterranean. We visit with Jeff today as he prepares a dish that highlights the flavors of autumn. And it all starts with a trip to Fitt's Market in Salem.
Jeff?
Hey Rod, how's it going? Very good. Very well, thanks. I'm interested in some fresh seafood.
I think we can do that.
Excellent. Let's see what we got here. Went to Fitz's today to check out what Rod had available, see what's freshest. We try and focus on what we can get locally. Fortunately enough, he had a couple nice things. He had albacore tuna. Season's just about over, a couple weeks, and we're gonna have Coho running hopefully towards the end of October. So since we're gonna have it on the menu through October, I thought we'd put together some salmon today and try a couple new things out.
See, locally here we got fresh sole and lingcod and snapper, and then the albacore tuna are still swimming by. They're about done. We got fresh Alaskan halibut, Chinook. Oh, we got coho coming out of off the Oregon coast here.
Well, that sounds real good. How much longer is that going to be in season?
Another couple of weeks. I think they have a quota that they have to reach. Once they reach that, they cut it off. So
terrific. Well, yeah, that looks real nice. Let's try, can we take a look at that back fillet?
Yeah.
That looks terrific. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think let's go with that.
All right. I got a whole fish here. We can cut a piece off for you there if you want.
Sounds great.
Okay.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
They've had a pretty good year this year. They have openings. They'll let them fish for a while, reach a certain quota, and then they'll cut them off. And years past, there hasn't been that many. Coho used to be the most. There used to be tons of them, and then they went through a cycle where they weren't catching very many, and so they cut the coho season off. And now they've opened it up again, and they've been catching quite a few, and a lot of them are natives. So they let them fish to a certain tonnage, and then they cut them off again, and that'll be it till next year.
We're going to do the salmon today with a what I call a mijote in French. Essentially is a vegetable stew, or a cocotte is kind of similar in that you pre-prepare your vegetables. In this case, we're going to have chanterelle mushrooms, local green beans, and Yukon Golds that we grew on our farm. In addition, we're going to serve it with a black truffle beurre blanc. As far as green beans, this is just kind of a late season anomaly. Not going to run too much further, but we're kind of in an interesting microclimate in that we do have some of that available as we go into the fall. But because it is kind of an anomaly as far as this being the end of summer, beginning of fall, we've got still some anticipated warm weather, so I still want to keep things a little bit light. So essentially what we're going to do, we're gonna clean the green beans, blanch them in salted water very quickly, and chalk them in ice to hold their nice green color. We're going to shape and then cook off slightly the Yukon Gold potatoes, and we have sauteed chanterelles already. We're going to break those down a little bit so that everything cooks together. I'll be slow roasting the salmon and finishing the sauce as well. So most everything we have, at least with this dish, is going to be stuff that we can have probably for the next 2 to 3 months, maybe the end of the year, with everything. Now, the truffles aren't available this time of year, but we always have a supply of some kind of truffles, whether they're dried in this case or frozen. So we like to have a little bit, because a little bit goes a long way, and it pairs really nicely with a white wine reduction, and salmon with its rich flavor takes on the truffles very, very well. Oh, that's terrific. Thanks, Rod.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Have a good time.
I will. Let's start cooking. little bit of white pepper. Over the course of probably my entire life, it's been one of those things that, having been exposed to different flavors and everything, and become interested at a young age, and seen a fair amount of different types of cooking, it held interest. I think that it's in itself is a discipline or a craft, so it's something where you're always constantly using new information, learning new techniques, finding different sources for different ingredients, pairing things differently, moving into wine. You have the ability to pair that and complement the entire dining experience. That's really kind of what's held me in the job, since it's long hours and a lot of work, and there's a lot of stress combined. It's got to be a profession really that you love.